Like my wife says this all the time. She says, like, I can tell her she's beautiful. That's fine. People can tell you things and try and affirm you. And it's a different thing when God speaks into your spirit because um, that goes with you everywhere. It's deeper than what any human can say to us. And so I think what is moving to people about, the book is the book is not saying I can do something or some person. The book is saying, get alone with Jesus and ask him these kinds of questions and learn to hear his voice. Um,
Mm,
I mean, to help kids, the most we can do to help kids is help them understand how to hear God's voice and know their identity. Like if kids get those two principles, their resiliency level and creativity expands. And so instead of trying to make them resilient or make them innovative or creative, it's like teach them to hear the voice of God. And God can only speak to the true them. He can't speak to these cult constructs that we create because they're not real. He will only speak to his creation, right? And so you want to speak from your true self to the truth of God, and that is the deep, beautiful connection. And we know from Scripture that when we know and experience truth, the result is always freedom, always. When we live in fear, guilt, and shame, then the result is always conflict. Like that's always the result. And so the human heart is only motivated by two emotions whenever we're making a decision. Any decision that any human is making in any time in a day is either motivated by love or fear. Those are the only two. And this is why the number one exhortation in Scripture is don't be afraid. Don't be afraid, because fear shuts down creativity. It shuts down our ability to receive, not only from God, from anywhere. Kids can't learn when they're afraid. Adults can't receive new information when they're afraid. So even when Jesus comes into the disciples locked in the locked room after the resurrection, he comes inside their fear. He doesn't call them out of it. He walks into your locked rooms and he stands in the locked room of our false. And the first thing he says to him is, don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. And then he says, receive the Spirit. So it's really important that we are truth telling with God all the time. And he knows it. He's not going to walk away from us because I think I'm, a loser or beyond hope, beyond redemption. To be able to say that out loud, especially in community, is so liberating. It
mm,
breaks the chains of the enemy because the enemy operates in secrecy, shame, and separation, isolation. That's where the enemy works. So, yeah, so you're connecting with God, you're connecting with community, you're connecting with the reality, the truth of who you actually are. And when you do that in your vocation, it's incredible the creativity a human can bring to whatever their vocation if the real them is working there, if the true them.